Hey Tarot friends, this is Ultraviolet Morgan, and we're going to try to see if we can get through some of this stuff. Alright, we're doing all signs, money, love, spiritual, and advice. And we are on Pisces. I guess I can bring this into frame. Where are we at? So I'm a lefty, so yeah, you're going to tend to see the bottom of the deck. So, money message for Pisces is where we're at. Okay. We got 2 cards, money message for Pisces. Knight of Wands. So this is an active, passionate, forward-moving energy. And the Empress. Oh, that is so awesome. I happen to be a Pisces, so it's very encouraging. The Empress, fertility and, other words that mean fertility, abundance. Yeah, so very positive message for money for Pisces going into March or whatever the month ahead as you watch this. Wow, that's very positive. Okay. All right, we're happy with that. Now we're gonna look for a love message for Pisces. Okay, a love message. Tower reversed. Okay, I shouldn't have reminded myself that I'm a Pisces because now I'm in, okay, sideways. So basically, I feel like we're moving through something that happens for the after effects, a little bit of whoa. Okay. Some conflict as we work through the shakiness that has taken place. And, you know, some wins that are kind of win, I suppose, where you say, you know, I'll take it. It's not exactly what I wanted, but I'll take it as a win. 2 of Cups is promising. King of Pentacles in reverse tells me there's still going to be practical issues getting in the way of love, as there always seems to be. This question of walking away remains unresolved. Walking away from not the person, but things and people from the past. I think on both sides, a little bit of the question of Pisces, will you fight for this or will you go? There's some uncertainty, but I feel like you're probably thinking it ain't over till it's over, Aaron Neville. And then I think there's some things for the other person that they need to leave behind as well. And so maybe, yeah, it's a mixed bag. And then the Ace of Wands, well, I'm going with sex for that one, okay? The sexual connection is staying strong. There's some tension. The emotions are really watery like they tend to be. That's going to be my love love reading for Pisces. Alright, so I'm going to knock, give a little shuffle, and this time I'm going to try to do quicker through all the signs. The next 2 are spiritual and advice. I was going to use a different deck, but I'm going to stick with this one. Really happy with it. And I'm going to do spiritual first and then come back and do advice. So, sorry guys, you're going to have to watch. Yeah. I'm just going to try spiritual for Aries. Spiritual. I feel like I can give quicker messages. Ugh, there needs to be something here in frame, right? I feel like I can give quicker messages if I just go spiritual, oh, Queen. So for Aries, your spiritual message is related to emotions and related to, I want to say premonitions or your empathy. Remember that your emotions are sort of connected. So I see for Aries that your spiritual message right now deals with your gifts of seeing, feeling, knowing, clairvoyance, claircognizance, those types of things, or even just your intuition. And I see that it's connected to your emotion, and that, you know, if your emotions are low or blocked, that it can really make you feel sort of separated from spirit. For some of you, if you are a person who requires antidepressant medication, anti-anxiety medication, any other type of medication, counseling, this is definitely a message that you need to be monitoring these things, be taking your meds, be talking to your people, work on your emotions, because that's going to lead to the spiritual growth that you want. They're intrinsically connected. So yeah, that's Aries spiritual. I guess I could just leave that there so you have something as I look for Taurus spiritual. Okay. Looks like this coming month, the spiritual connections that you're going to be feeling are going to be born out of some pain. So when painful things happen, emotionally painful, painful thoughts, hurt, interrelationship things which may involve betrayal or just grief, sadness, whatever the deal is, there's a spiritual lesson, and, you know, turn to your spirituality as a way to help you through it, as a way to heal, but also that there's going to be growth in those difficult situations. So, spiritual message for Gemini. What's the spiritual message for my Geminis? Oh, man. Sorry, guys. This is just like a boring... Okay. Spiritual message for Geminis. The moon in reverse. So for my Geminis, I feel like you're praying and or whatever it is you do, you're praying, you're meditating, you're trying to connect, whatever, and you're just feeling like you're not connecting, you're feeling like it's not happening. Just continue with it. Just do it, even though you don't really feel like it's working. Just continue to do it. Eventually it will, but right now it just feel like you're not getting the answers that you want, and you're not having the clarity you want. It's not coming easily, but that's okay, and it doesn't mean that you should give up. Don't give up. Okay, now, dang, Gemini spiritual message, Knight of Wands. So passion, and passion. What's the other? Ecstasy, spiritual ecstasy, not the drug. Spiritual message. I think that I want you to connect with your spirituality in a way that connect with ecstatic dance, music, drumming, eat spicy foods, just everything. Heat, raise the heat, to connect with your spiritual energy, Gemini. And you know, that's great for Gemini, because Gemini likes to be go, you know? Raise the heat, Gemini. All right, so for Cancer, spiritual message for Cancer, Another kind of spirituality is going to be connected through pain, grief, and loss. Similar story to just a moment ago earlier. This time, I think Spirit really wants you to know. So a lot of times they'll say, okay, the person is only focused on what is lost and not on the 2 upright cups. But Spirit wants you to don't do spiritual bypassing, okay? Don't do the what about the 2 cups that are still full. You have to experience the loss fully and work through that, and then you can move on to the 2 upright cups. But yeah, spiritually you do need to don't spiritually bypass. Don't try to skip ahead and avoid the grief. You gotta use that grief. You gotta deal with that grief. You have to acknowledge it. It's real, and it really is having its effect. Okay, so that's for Cancer. Leo, spiritual message for Leo. Woohoo, the lovers. Spiritual message for Leo. Lovers reverse. I think spiritually you've been feeling like again, a little bit more disconnected. Like you sort of have a lack of choice. You're trying, but it's just not. It's not going the way you want it to. So maybe you're just trying too hard to force an outcome, when what you need to do when you go into meditation or whatever your spiritual practice is, let go of an expectation or an outcome and just experience it. And if you aren't feeling the presence of spiritual energies, just continue to work, just continue to do your part, and trust and know that it's working on a deeper level, even if you don't always feel it. Remember that the largest percentage of the iceberg is under the water, okay? So even if you're not feeling a lot, same thing with flowers, the roots grow for a long time before we see the flowers pushing up out of the grass. So when you're not feeling and you're not seeing the results that you want, don't give up. Just continue plugging away, Leo. Spiritual message for Virgos. A spiritual message for Virgos. Hey, spiritual message for Virgo. It's got a few of these kind of stories where hardships are happening, and it doesn't mean that you're failing spiritually or that you're doing something wrong. It doesn't mean you're forsaken. It means that you need to keep working on your spirituality, connecting with your spirituality throughout the situation, and hopefully it will give you some sense of guidance through the darkness, I suppose. Is that maybe how I want to say it? So, yeah. This TV preacher, Robert Schuller, used to say, tough times never last, but tough people do. I'm sure he's not the only one. It sounds like a sales motivational speaker thing, but that's what I'm getting here. Is tough times never last, but tough people do. So that is a spiritual message for my Virgos. Now I'm looking for a spiritual message for the Libras. Libra. I think this does work better to work on through one at a time. Libra spiritual message, the Emperor. So, worldly power. Worldly power is what comes in mind. Authority. Interesting. I'm wondering about spiritual authority as far as maybe some type of spiritual leadership on your part. Or maybe even just accepting your own internal spiritual authority, like rather than if you're feeling like the outside authorities aren't really giving you what you need, or they're in contradiction to what you feel, I'm really feeling like this is your authority. So get in touch with your own spiritual authority, accept your own spiritual authority, accept your own spiritual experiences as authoritative is my advice for Libra. So now Scorpio, spiritual advice for Scorpio. Come on. Alright, whoops, that got flipped. Spiritual advice for Scorpio is to slow down, take some breaths. Lots of breaths. Okay. You're not counting to 10, Scorpio, you're counting to 100. It seems like maybe you got a quick temper right now, hair trigger going off, or I don't know, maybe you're just feeling a little too impulsive. It's just time to slow down and take a lot of breaths. Pay attention to what's going on around you. So I want you doing lots of meditation when you feel like you don't have time for it, and mindfulness. Either both in your meditation, mindful meditation, but also in your day-to-day. Bring yourself back to where you're at. Breathe. Look at how fast I'm talking. Breathe, and I'm going to run out of space, so I'm just going to have to and make yourself aware of your surroundings and get yourself into the here and now and not projections of the future. All right, come back for the next video. Thank you, tarot friends. See you soon.